Hello to everyone, and welcome to another edition of It's CPA Time. I would like to recognize two beautiful ladies who are also my co hosts, and I'll come back and tell you which letter I am. I guess you don't have to guess it by now, it's on the screen. Okay, so we'll go with the P. Who put the P in there?
Hi, Pamela.
Thank you, Pam. Okay, what about the A? Who put the A in CPA?
Hey, everybody, this is Almeida. So glad that you're here today.
Right. Thank you, Almeida. And you can see that those ladies are bursting with energy, and we're about to get started. I'll tell you who I am. I put the C in CPA. I am Carolyn Leslie, and I will be your host for tonight. So we're going to jump right in with it's only one side. It's only one side. And this is a very interesting topic. It kind of rubbed off on me because, you know, I can really understand this person's feeling. I'm going to go ahead and throw it out there, and we hope that you're listening, that you can offer some type of advice to this poor soul. I'll start it off with the heading. Help. I need advice on negotiating my salary.
Okay.
And it reads, hello, I was recently recommended for a project management position at a local home renovation company. Per my understanding, I am the primary candidate for this position.
Mm-hmm.
The company sent me an offer of $5,000 per month with limited benefits. They want me to do the work contractually as an independent contractor for them. Benefits include free gas and travel expenses. But I would need to use my personal vehicle. I countered their offer at $6,000 per month with a company vehicle, provided I with a company vehicle provided. I explained that I believe the pay was low despite my experience and skills. The pay is also low because of the workload and the lack of benefits such as health care. I received this response back from them. You are very kind in your messaging, and we very much appreciate all of your considerations. We remain very excited about the skills, experience, and abilities that you can bring to the organization. Unfortunately, and that's that word, we are not in a position at the moment to offer more than $5,000 per month during this time period. What we can do now is clarify that our intent would be, assuming all that goes well with your project work, to increase to 5,500 for subsequent months of work after 3 months of work. We can also provide an additional $200 for this contract to you for the use of your vehicle and pay all fuel costs related to your work. Ooh, might that arrangement also work for you? Also, if you'd like to discuss further, we would be very happy to get on the phone with you as early as tomorrow to talk. Thank you for the additional considerations. To be honest, 5K is indeed more than I currently make. But I know that the workload and lack of benefits is bad. I do really want to work for this company for the experience and expansion into other countries they work in. I do not want to use my own vehicle, and 5.5K would be the lowest I wish to accept. Also, the previous project manager who suggested I apply to replace him, told me that my $6,000 asking was fair and to continue to negotiate. To me, this makes it seem that he was paid above that. I must add that the company bought him in from a different state, pays his rent, and gives him a company vehicle. I believe they are trying to lowball me because I am a local. Any advice? I would like to work for them, but I feel $6,000 a company vehicle and gas is fair due to the workload and lack of benefits. Please help. Thanks. So we're going to go in the order of CPA. Skipping me, we're going to go to Pam. Pam, what do you think about this question and how could you help this poor individual?
Well, I believe that if he values what he's bringing to the table, that he should probably stick to what his bare minimum would be. He probably won't get the company vehicle right now, but if that's a non-negotiable point for him, and it sounds like that may be the one point that he won't negotiate is using his own vehicle. Then maybe he should stick to that. But if he needs the experience and he wants the exposure, then maybe it would be worth it in the beginning, and put a time limit on it. Work for them on projects for the next 3 months or the next 6 months, and gain the experience, and then come back to them to see if they will increase their offer to him based on the work that he has accomplished and how good he's done it. And at that time, if they still say no, then he can begin searching for a different position now that he has some of this experience under his belt.
That's very good information.
Okay. This is probably going to send the audience in a tailspin. I'm going to answer 2 different ways. So, pre-COVID, I would say take what they are offering you in the counter offer with the $5,500 per month plus the $200. Well, they offer that for after 90 days.
Right.
$5,500 plus the $200 for vehicle and all the fuel costs. I would say pre-COVID, say, okay, that's perfect. I'll do it because you want the experience. That's the first part. The second answer, okay, audience, just hold on to your seat. The second answer is the human being that has the experience has the upper hand. So the person that has the experience that the company needs is the person that has the negotiating power in this COVID environment. And I know a lot of business executives are saying, how can you say that? Don't say that out loud. That's the secret. You equate it to real estate. Sometimes there's a seller's market and sometimes there's a buyer's market based on what the economy is doing. So individuals that have the education and the experience to bring to a company that will advance their profitability and their ability to get more contracts should be rewarded. Now, we only have one side of the story story, audience. So we have to go on what he's telling us. And he's done his research because he's talked to the person that told him about the job opening. This person was transparent enough to share with him some parts of the information on pay, which if you trusted that information and went on and applied, obviously there's a relationship there. So if you have what they are looking for and you feel that this is what it's going to take, because if you've been there, you know what the work is, you know how much work is involved. Then stick to your guns. Sticking to your guns in this environment will work well for you, because the companies need the experience. We have so many people that are not working for whatever reasons there are, and businesses are suffering. Businesses have closed down. Businesses have adjusted their hours. They have, instead of being open 7 days, some are open 5 days. Some are open when they used to be 24/7. Now they are shortened hours. So what you bring to the table is valuable to them in order to reach that profitability mark that they have promised to the shareholder. So they need what you have. You are looking out for yourself. They are looking out for themselves. And I would say stick to your guns in this COVID environment, because you are a valuable commodity. That's my answer.
Right. That's very, very good. And I figured Almedia would like this because I know she's in HR. So she's a manager herself. So she gave us an overhead perspective. And it was very, very good. Both of you gave good answers. And I do agree with both of you, because it's like, okay, we got the scales right here. And the older one who's been there, he's got all the experience. This one has experience and skills, but not to the level of the other one. And so it's like a barter, and a trade with like Almedia said, what you can bring to us, really, informs what we can give to you. And I just believe that they, basically met him almost at his margin, because, he's asking for 6, you get 55. And you're getting what, 200 for your vehicle, to use your own vehicle? You are hitting it pretty close, and they look like they're trying to be fair, but sometimes when we get hired on jobs, we do want to come in and we expect to get with somebody who's been there 10 years. You just starting and you coming in, and it's a little early to me for you to be kind of demanding so much. And perhaps this person stays in a upscale neighborhood. He needs more money. He has, debts that he needs to pay. We don't know, because it only gives us one side. But I believe that the company is being fair. I think they're doing what they can to try to say, hey, we want you. We appreciate you. But this is our offer to you. And the person who's been there said, well, you should just keep negotiating. That's fine. But in all fairness, I would say, well, hey, look, that's pretty good. I've been with this company, and I'm telling you, it's a good company. They try to help you, so that's what I probably would have said. But if he believes he's worth, to me, it's what you believe that you're worth. What can you offer us? When you put stuff on paper, okay, yeah, that draw, Almedia knows about, she's HR. Okay, so that's the buy-in. Ooh, we got to get him. But right now, you won't have anything to look forward to. We just toss it all out at you. And I feel like some companies, Almedia, am I right or wrong? Some companies do this, because if they just put everything on the table, okay, and that may be their margin. So you got something to look forward to. You're negotiating and say, hey, I want this, I want that. But just be patient. She said, stick to your gun. Pam said, continue to get that experience. he did say that they expanded and they brought this guy in from another state. They paying his rent. They gave him a vehicle. Once again, to me, it's the scales.
And
it's pretty good.
Leslie, in all of this, you have to produce. So you're producing in the first 90 days, 6 months, and they see like, wow, he is really worth his salt.
No,
then they come to the table and say, we are prepared to meet you at that 6,000, you know, because we see that you produce results. You do what your resume speaks for itself, and we have seen your work.
Right. You can bag it up. You can bag it up.
So you have to produce. It's just not money on the table to be money on the table. You have to produce. And once you produce, and then they see that, okay, yeah, he is worth that, you know, and you have to gain their trust because they don't know you.
Right.
So you have to gain their trust.
Right.
That's a good point, because you are in the company's vehicle. You're new. You might take our vehicle and go to Canada somewhere.
I know, right?
You know? So Pam, you look like you want to add something to that. Do you?
No, I'm good with it. But yeah, that's true. They even though at this point in time, the truth is with COVID, they may not have the funds that they had pre-COVID because, a lot of jobs shut down. A lot of projects were put on hold. And so...
wait, Pam, hold up. What about those PPP loans now? I don't know. They probably got the money now. What about that? I just want to throw that in there. I want to throw that in the pot because
I knew that was coming.
And I'm just thinking out loud. Like, okay, they got. Yeah, I think it's some money there. So Almedia, let me pause you for 1 minute. So Almedia, you be HR.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not asking you your company's business because I don't want you to put it out on the podcast. But is there a possibility that this company has participated with the PPP loan and able to pay their employees?
I'm going to tell you one thing about the PPP loan. It really was for positions that you already have.
Right.
So it was for positions that you already had in the budget and that was being funded already. So the one side of the story, so we don't know. They may be trying to do something new, which would be outside of the parameters for the PPP, or they may have the money there for it and just really waiting on, you got to produce.
Okay. Thank you for that. Go ahead.
Yes.
Go ahead. Okay. I didn't want to cut Pam because I don't want you to forget your thoughts. Come on, Pam.
Oh, too late. It's gone.
Oh, I'm sorry. Oh my God. I'm so sorry, Pam. Pam, that's me all day in a row right on out.
If I can't just spit it on out, I probably won't be able to come back to where I was going the first time. But you were saying maybe they didn't have the money to just pay him. Right. The top salary, because things have changed for a lot of people. And there were projects that were put on hold to see how the economy was going to stabilize or different considerations, I'm sure. But also at the same time, if he truly believes that he is worth the demand that he is wanting, then maybe this job is not the one for you. Maybe the one that you're supposed to get that meets those levels is coming. Maybe this isn't the company that you're supposed to work for. So it's really just comes down to your individual decision. Do you want to work now, gain the experience, and take what you can and then leave, because there's not much loyalty nowadays. You know, people are hopping from job to job. If they tell me they want me and they're willing to top what I'm already receiving, you know, people are ready to jump. People are ready to jump to that next position. So maybe if he goes ahead and takes this one, this will be his in the meantime job before that big one.
Did Pam freeze up? Okay.
Okay, she's
we all kind of spun for a second. But maybe that job with even better benefits, more money, plus the health insurance, company vehicle, all of that is coming down the road.
Yeah, I definitely agree, because I was just thinking that I'm almost sure that they're gonna give it to him, because they so close to him. You know, they really want to get him. They really want to pull him in, and they don't want anybody else to get him. So they really met him almost at his margin. So.
Right.
So okay, that was really good, because
I like that one.
I knew you would. You know, I knew you would really bring us on home on that one. So thank you, ladies, so much. Your perspective is just so sharp. Like, it's like, and I hope for the people who are watching really take this in, because, like Sister Pam was saying, people jumping jobs now. You know, you mess with me, I'm gone. So because I got so many choices, and Almeida's an HR director, so she knows. Pam is a director. I don't know what area, Pam, do you direct? And then we're gonna move on to our topic for the night.
I am director of communications.
Oh, okay. Okay. So do you deal a lot with the public, like?
Yes, I am, to help shape how the company is viewed. I distribute information about the company through press releases, and help create, brochures. And one project I'm about to almost complete is the redesign of their website. We're going to be launching the new website here probably in the next 2 weeks.
Yay!
So,
awesome.
Okay. See,
project for me.
You see how excited Almedia get, because that's her topic right there. She's ready. She got that. She got that. Thank you, Pam. So proud of y'all for that information, because really it helps me, and some things that I battle with in certain places. So we're gonna go ahead into our topic. Ladies, gentlemen, get ready. Okay, so our topic for tonight is: would you engage in a serious relationship with someone who has dated one of your friends? And friends is in quotation.
Okay.
Why or why not? And the reason I put friends in quotation, because I want to qualify. You and that person has created a bond of love, respect, and trust with each other.
Okay.
A friend is someone who you can share your deepest secrets with. Now, let me say what a friend is not. A friend is not just someone you go to dinner with. They're just not your friend. I'm saying you can't go to dinner with your friends, but that does not qualify that person as your friend. A friend is not somebody you go play tennis with, just, per se. We're talking about someone that you really have made a bond with, someone that you trust, someone that you love. Would you be willing to engage in a serious relationship with a man who has dated one of your friends? So, Almedia, now it's your turn to jump on in and lead us down the road.
Okay. All right. No, I would not.
Okay.
And the reason being, I would see that as a form of betrayal to my friend.
Okay.
Because when you started talking, I think about all the things a friend adds to your life. It's somebody that you can share what you're going through with, and they can help you with advice, or they can just listen.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna mess this quote up. I know I am, but I saw it on social media, and it was something. And at the end of it, it said, "You always want your friend to win.
Wow.
You always want your friend to
Mm-hmm.
win, regardless of what's going on, regardless of who's in the competition. You always want your friend to win." And that really touched me. So if I'm always wanting that person to win, how can I enter into
Mm-hmm.
a relationship? How can I knowingly enter into a
Mm-hmm.
relationship that I know that they have had a relationship with this guy?
Mm-hmm.
Um, for me, the answer is no. I know you've dated him. I don't even see him like that. You know, yeah, he's a dude, but I don't even see him like as a dude uh, available to me in that way, because I'm pretty sure me and her and him have been out with me and my husband, or years ago, me and my boyfriend. Then you gonna try to holler at me, really, dude?
Mm-hmm.
No, we don't roll like that. And I think I would, when I figure out that he's trying to hit on me. Okay, hold
Right.
up. Is something wrong with you? Are you a little off a little bit? Well, now see, and now are you a little bit thrown off, because I don't see, it just didn't work out with me and her. I don't care. I got nothing to
Right.
do with that. I just know I am off limits for you today.
Well, let me
So
throw
in
this
case you
twist in
didn't
there.
know that, then I have to let you know. What you say? Say that again.
I mean to cut you off. Let me throw this twist in there.
Okay.
What if you didn't know that he had dated one of your friends, and you found out after you and him started to get serious, and then you find out? How would you handle that for? How would you
Okay.
handle
So I didn't know. Okay. And we started dating. Okay. And then we are serious, and he lets me know. Well, oh, we. Okay. So let me ask, I'm asking a question back now.
it? Okay.
So did he know that we were friends, or he really didn't know that we were friends?
He knew it.
Oh no, he a buster.
Yeah, he
He is
knew
a
it.
buster. And he deceived me. He really deceived me. And I would just have to say, you know what? I may have feelings for you, but I promise you, I'm gonna have to take this to Jesus, because I can't do this. I
Right.
cannot do this. And you done straight conned me, dude. You know, it's a different. Okay, I will answer it this way. I didn't know she ever dated him. He didn't know we were friends. We get together. We found out. I don't have an answer to that one. I don't really have an answer, because in my head, both of us are clear as far as having no knowledge. So it depends. I don't know. I ain't got no answer for that
Okay.
one.
Well, that's it's just a difficult thing I wouldn't date a guy who has dated one of my friends, but I have had women to say, "Oh, me and him used to date, but man, you ain't no friends." So and then I tell this guy, "Did you used to date her? She, maybe she was friend with a family member or something, but she and I wasn't friends." So, and some people are just, what the old folks call it, cock block. I don't want to see those. So sorry, but some people just cock blockers.
Our audience caught that. Our audience caught it.
Okay.
Okay.
And they don't want to see you be successful in your relationship. So the man may have gotten their number or called them once or twice, and it's nothing came of it. No sex, no kissing, no hugging, no nothing. And this girl said, "Well, I used to date him." So I want to ask Pam. So Pam, I know I want you to still think about our overall topic, but if this lady or man didn't really date this guy, and you and her really not friends, so how would you handle that? And she's saying, "Oh, I used to date him. Me and him used to talk," and he's going like, "We ain't never talked." Not really. He said, "I got her number once, and I called her one time, and we never even dated or never got back on the phone." So, is that considered dating?
Well, I think you qualified that at the beginning of what a friend is. So if this person is just an acquaintance who is saying that, "Oh, I used to date the guy you're talking to," then no, I wouldn't have a problem with continuing the relationship because, as you said, you're not my friend. I was never your friend. We just know each other. And so there's a difference. You're gonna run into people that your lives may cross at some point, but because you're just acquaintances, hey, it just happened and nobody's hurt or shouldn't be. And I would continue with the relationship under that circumstance.
But I want to stick this back in. I did qualify what a friendship is, but I didn't qualify whether or not that person, even if she's a friend, can she call it dating if they never just, so let's just say it is a close friend, but they never, this man never, and she sees that he's really into you, and she said, "Oh, well, I used to talk to him." And because she don't want you.
I'm not paying attention to her. No.
Y'all see.
She's like, girl,
Right. Bye-bye.
Don't let her get in your ear with that. If she's just an acquaintance, I don't care what they did. I don't care if they had a one night stand. I don't care if she's lying and all he did was talk to her on the phone once or twice, or maybe they went out to the movies or whatever. I just wouldn't let her get in my ear with that because evidently it wasn't too great. Y'all, you guys aren't still together.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. It wouldn't matter what she said.
Okay, so now, Pam, I want you to answer what the overall question: would you engage in a serious relationship with that guy if he has, and that he's dated has really engaged in a serious relationship with one of your friends? Would you date him?
No.
Okay, why?
Aside from the girl code, it would just be too messy because if she and I were really great friends who share everything, we've probably talked about that relationship.
Yeah.
Whether I ever met him or not, you can be really, really great friends with someone, but you all don't live in the same town or live in the same state.
Mhm.
So you may not have had an opportunity to see this person's face, and know what they look like, but you still discuss your relationships and your secrets, and you ask for advice on how to deal with this relationship with your best friend. And so, and then to turn around and find out, oh, you're the guy that used to date my good friend, no, that would be too much,
Yeah.
And,
I
especially
agree.
if we lived in the same town. Now, is this man worth breaking up the friendship? Because, like I said, you guys have probably talked about her relationship, the ups and downs, and she's probably come to you for advice on what do you think I should do. Now, your friend, she finds out you're dating her ex. Now she's questioning everything that you ever said to her. When I asked you for advice about what to do about James, did you give me advice, the best advice, or did you give me advice that you knew would lead to us breaking up or would not be helpful? Now you're questioning that trust.
Mm-hmm.
And
That's
that,
good.
and you're probably going to lose that friend. Excuse me.
That's real good information.
If you stay in that relationship.
That is, yeah.
Excuse me, ladies.
Well, y'all heard Dr. Pam giving us that good information, because it put a whole lot of thoughts in my head. So,
yeah, Carolyn, what do you think?
I would not. I definitely would not, because it's too risky, for one. And like we talked about the girl code, no, it's just some things, it's some lines that you just shouldn't cross. Family, friends, no, buddy. What you say, Almedia, something wrong with you. You better keep going. You better go out of my face, because you done broke up two friends, or trying to break up two friends, and there are some men and women who will do that, and normally, that you have those relationships with those people, but they don't care, because maybe they're hurt. They or this person did something. This ex-girlfriend did something to hurt him. So hey, he looking like, oh, I'm gonna get her back because I'm gonna go with her friend. But it's up to that friend to hold her guards up and say, you bust. What you call about me to bust?
A buster.
Yeah, bust. You better get going. And so, Almedia, what advice would you give to two friends that have experienced this? What advice would you give to them if they have broken that friendship because a man or a woman has come in between them?
Okay.
What advice would you? It can be a man or a woman. What advice would you give to them on how to restore a friendship that they have allowed? One person have allowed a man from a previous relationship come in between them.
I think the first thing you have to do is be accountable for your part that you played in that. So you knew that we dated. You knew that we are no longer together. You, as my girlfriend, you knew how I felt concerning him. So for the woman who dates a girlfriend's ex-man, you have to own up to being, I'm trying to find the right word. To not being loyal. And that girlfriend is due an explanation of why, if you expect restoration in that relationship. You can't be flighty and say, "Oh, that was just girl. I just did that."
Right.
And you go like, "Huh? Girl, we ain't even, girl, I found out he wasn't no good either." What? And so you just can't say it like that, because that doesn't change what they shared. And so if you're not in the relationship with the person anymore, and you just try to just dismiss it, that's not honoring your friend. And it's so, this thing called life and society and the world is so cruel and mean on so many levels today anyway. You would not expect that level of disloyalty from someone in your circle, from someone that you've invited into your heart. So they are due more than just, oh, good, he wasn't done, it's all right. No, he was something to me. And I think you have to take accountability for it. And so if it's the reverse situation of two guys that are friends and they date the same lady, you gotta stand up to the plate and say, man, I was wrong. I should not have done you that way. You are more important to me than trying to get with her.
Exactly.
And so to just explain to your friend what your motivations were. If it's like, man, she was just fine, and I just, just be honest, because y'all are friends. Just be honest. If I know she's very generous and I needed some stuff, and she was gonna handle that for me financially, just be honest, whatever it was. So if you have any hope of restoration of that relationship, because if not, it's going to be weird. It's going to be awkward. It's not going to be the same.
Right.
And you're going to be wondering, well, why Mita still cold towards me?
Right. Think about it. Right.
Yeah, just think about it. You hurt me. You hurt me with that. So.
And there are some bold men and women who will know that it's wrong, and they'll flounce that other person. And I have literally seen people sever friendships because they have allowed the man to overpower them, or that woman to overpower them, and they have severed their friendship. And then when he get with that woman, it's like he just want to score with her or something. Then he releases her. He don't want her no more, because he's like, well, you ain't no good no way, because you knew you slept with me, and you knew I was your friend. You knew that I went with your friend. And that's how the devil does us, like he'll throw something out there and we'll bite it, and then he'll laugh at us and say, yeah, see that, I got you to do it. And so I think we ought to really respect boundaries. And there are some men that I have experienced that I'm like, what you say, I mean, a buster, you need to go on now, because you just disrespectful. You know that I know this person or whatever.
Yeah.
And you're going to try to see, could you do it? No, I'm that woman that I'm gonna hold up my end, because if you continue to get out your way, I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna tell everybody I can tell. So, because you ain't, it's like you ain't respecting me when I say no. I need you to understand. I know means no.
Right.
Don't think you're gonna catch me on the wrong day and then you're gonna come try it, because no, that's still my friend. Or, even with me, basically it's just almost somebody I just know, if I just know that person. But it keeps stepping, because you can't be worth of nothing if I got some form of relationship with this person.
Right.
And there are men who even on the job will try to go through every woman on the job. And because it feel like he got this big ego, and y'all know narcissists. I can't stand narcissists, because they don't take responsibility for nothing. They just go and weed their way all through whatever, So, Pam, anything you want to
add? I think that there really is no repairing of a friendship in that type of situation. You know, I just don't see the relationship, the friendship being able to be what it once was when you allow something like that to happen. Hopefully you wouldn't allow it to happen for a superficial relationship with a guy. It's just not worth it. It's never worth it. I think in the beginning, Carolyn, you said that the woman and the man would I engage in a serious relationship
Right.
with a man who had been in a relationship with my friend. And I think that's the that is the sticking point, because if you've gotten to the point to where you're serious about this guy, and now you all discover that, hey, the girl you used to date or you once dated someone who's a really good friend of mine. If we were just dating, I would say, hey, we need to cut this off because I don't do that. But if I'm in a serious relationship with this guy, now it's going to get a little sticky, because I'm assuming if it's serious, then, there's some love and attachment there on both sides. So now you've got to go and sit down with your friend. Say, look, this is, hey, I didn't go out. I didn't set out to do this. I didn't know that that this is the guy that you had been serious about at one time, but, and I'm just not finding out. And now here I am.
Wow.
You guys can talk it out on how you want to handle it, and handle your friendship.
Girl, you're so wise. Oh, you're so wise.
Okay, I'm like all in.
Enough, honey, enough living, and you can see it all, and it will teach you a lot. It will teach you a lot.
Right.
And then there, I can remember a situation where the guy wanted to talk to the girl, and he knew that the girl had been friends with his old relationship.
Okay.
But his feelings for her were genuine. He wasn't trying to score. He really genuinely liked this girl. And he really wanted to be in a relationship with her. And what she did was she told him, look, I can't talk to you. And she went and she talked to her friend and told her what was happening. Yes.
Wow, that's good.
That's good.
That's good.
They worked it out. She did not date him. She did not date him. Because the friendship that she had, that she knew was more important than whether or not, a relationship would work with this guy, And plus, she already knew a lot about him, because, the other girl, the girlfriend had discussed him with her.
Right. Yeah.
Right.
She knew, a lot of history.
Right.
And but all in all, the answer is no. It's just too much. It's too much.
Okay. Well, thank you, ladies. You have really just gave us some serious insight to offer to someone who may be experiencing this. And these podcasts to me are really important, because we're giving life stuff here. And you're not just hearing it from somebody who hadn't gone through things. We're women who have, experienced things, and we can share that wisdom with you, and we love to share. So we hope if you're watching us that you would think about these things. Don't sever your relationship with that friend. As Almedia say, tell that buster to get to stepping.
There you go.
Because they're gonna try you, and somebody needs to hold up their end.
Yeah.
So we thank you for watching. We have run out of time. Thank you so much for being with us, and we hope that if you can't use this information, as we always say, share with somebody who may be able to use it. So we're gonna say bye for now, but we'll be back soon. See you later.
Thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
See you next time.